Alright, this is Roger with iGadgetGeek. I have another accessory for the iPhone 6. This is brought to you by ITSkins. It is their Nitro Forged case. It is a pretty unique case. It actually combines TPU and aluminum in a pretty fantastic looking design in my personal opinion. So the packaging it comes in is pretty unique. You have this little door that pops open, you have the case itself, and some instructions here on how to actually install it. So let's go ahead and slide this on out and I'll show you what all it comes with. We'll get all these goodies out of here. We'll set that packaging to the side. So once we pull this out, as I've mentioned, it is a pretty unique kind of a two-part style case. There's actually two pieces that make up the entire case. So you have these aluminum pieces at the top and bottom. We'll get those. And then you have the main body, which is just nice TPU. Has a real nice matte, soft touch black finish. And the actual aluminum is available in about 4 different colors. I have what they call the rose. You can also pick this up in kind of a silver, black, kind of a charcoal, and even a gold. So they are available in about 5 different colors, and they'll match the different style of iPhone 6. So in my case, I have the space gray. They have one that would match. They also have a gold. Now, this is the rose, and it's kind of a pretty unique, kind of a reddish-orange color. I'm not sure how well the color is actually going to transfer on feel. It's a pretty unique color. I kind of tend to like it. And then inside of this package is a couple little parts you'll need to actually install this case. So I'm going to go ahead and get these on out and I'll show you what these are. Now these are little plastic keys, and what these are designed to do is they actually lock the aluminum to the TPU. So instead of using screws or anything like that, it uses these little plastic keys, and it takes 4 to actually install the case. So they give you 2 full sets. So if you do lose one, you're going to have some replacements. So here is my space gray 64 gig iPhone 6. So let's go ahead and slide this into the TPU part of the case. I like to start button side first, and then it just snaps right into place. As you can see here, it is a very thin, minimalistic case. It's going to give you some great protection because it's TPU, but it's going to do that without adding much bulk or thickness to the iPhone 6. It's going to retain that kind of really thin and sleek profile. You can see right here we have a covered sleep-wake button, but it's still very responsive. We actually can still feel that tactile click when you press that button, so it's by no means stiff or hard to push. And then here on the other side, the actual volume up and down are covered, but there too, those are very responsive. We actually can feel that tactile click, that feedback. And then you have a real nice cutout here for your silent switch. As you can see, you can get your finger in there without any problems to turn that silent switch on and off. I like the way it's tapered to the back side, very easy to get to. So let's go ahead and put these aluminum pieces on. I like to start here at the top. Basically, you just want to take them. There's a little foot here, if you will, that kind of snaps them into place. And then the bottom, you want to make sure it's orientated the right way because it does, go on only one way. Let's get that put right into place. Now once you've snapped that aluminum onto the TPU, that's where these little feet come into play. So these little feet, they sit right in here and they act kind of like as a lock. Once you put those in there, it's going to lock that aluminum to the TPU so it's not going to come apart and your phone's actually not going to come out of the case. So you actually, to remove this case to remove your iPhone 6 from this case, you have to remove these little keys, if you will, then remove the aluminum, and then you can remove the phone itself. Now, since these aluminum pieces are isolated from the iPhone 6 by TPU, and you have a nice generous cutout here on the top, that actually is designed to help work with the actual antenna. And then at the bottom, you have a cutout for your speaker, your lightning connector, your headphone jack, and main microphone. Now keep in mind with that headphone jack, if you have a very large aftermarket plug, you may have a hard time getting it to fit. But if you're like me and you use the actual Apple earphones, you'll have no problems whatsoever. Now here on the back, you have a nice pill-shaped cutout for your camera, flash, and secondary microphone. And all in all, this is a really sleek looking case. As you can see, it's very kind of an angular design. You have some nice kind of corners here. And it really does kind of change the overall look of the iPhone 6. It really kind of squares it off a little more, makes the design a little more angular, not so rounded. So depending on your personal preference, you may or may not like that. I personally prefer this kind of squared off look more so than the rounded shape of the iPhone 6. But with that aluminum and TPU at the 4 corners, if you drop this, you're going to be very well protected. And other than that, you do get a little bit of lay on the table with this case. Not a huge amount, but enough. If you do set it face down, you're going to have some protection. And of course, the back being TPU, you can set that down without any problems. All in all, I really do like the way this case looks. Now, they're going to set you back about $69 over at ITskins.com. So definitely head on over there and check out all of their other great accessories. And this has been Roger with iGadgetGeek.